One thing I found out recently is that growth happens the most when we as humans enter the zone of the unknown. But the truth is, most people avoid it. They cling to comfort, they follow the same routines, but yet expect different results. And then they're the first ones to complain when life doesn't deliver for them, or the way that they think it should. I think we have to learn to be more comfortable feeling uncomfortable. Growth doesn't come from doing what everyone else does. It doesn't come from repeating the same day, the same actions, the same thoughts. It comes from actually stepping into uncertainty, from leaning into the discomfort that most people, to be honest, try to avoid, from doing what feels strange, new, or even scary to begin with. Because that's where life actually expands. That's where we discover what we're capable of, what our so-called limits are, and then we push even further than that. And most people moan about their lives, but they rarely take conscious action to change them. They hope for clarity, for motivation, for opportunity, just to fall into their lap. But growth doesn't wait. Progress doesn't ask for your permission. It comes when you decide to actually show up, even when it's hard. The mind is a fortress. Either you control it, or, let's be honest, it controls you. And the first step is learning to sit with the discomfort of your own thoughts, to embrace uncertainty, but to do it anyway, to act anyway. Fear is a teacher, and every moment of discomfort is actually a lesson. And if you try to avoid that, you're never going to grow. But I think one thing I've found is that when you try and face it, even if it's a little bit each day, you begin to expand the limits you once believed were fixed. Real change doesn't come in big leaps. It comes in small decisions repeated consistently. Doing what's hard when nobody's watching, acting when motivation fades, which it will, and showing up every day, even if the results aren't immediate or obvious. And that's how mastery is built. Life will always try to bring you back to the familiar, the safe, the predictable, the repetitive. But once you've stepped into the unknown, once you've trusted or tasted what's possible, you can't go back to living on autopilot. You start to see opportunity everywhere, in the small choices, in the moments that you probably used to ignore, in the challenges you once avoided, but now are aiding your development and growth. Comfort is a cage. Growth lives in the unknown, and the more you lean into it, the more resilient, capable, and alive you'll find that you actually become. Your life won't change because you wish it to. It changes because you act consciously, consistently, and courageously. You don't need permission to grow. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you. You don't need motivation to start. You just need to be willing to enter the uncomfortable, which it will be, to face the unknown, and to trust that each step forward expands not just your capabilities, but in fact your world. The life you want isn't somewhere in the future. It's built in the choices that you actually make today, in the courage to act when it's, well, easier not to, in the willingness to lean into the unknown instead of hiding in comfort, to step forward, to stretch yourself, and watch how your world will begin to open. And I think a big thing is just to remember that, of course, it will feel uncomfortable, but we as humans have got to try and learn to start to feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable.